Foodies, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a spicy jerk lamb. Spicy on the outside, soft on the inside. Best flavor in the entire world. I'm going to teach you guys how to make this easy recipe. If you want something new, you're in the right place. Today we're going to be firing up the grill. We're going to be making the Jamaican jerk lamb. If you end up liking the video, remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm Alex the Feel Good Chef. Now let's get this video on the road. Alright, I love work with lamb because it's very soft. It's one of those meats that don't need a lengthy cooking process, especially lamb rack. So we have some New Zealand lamb rack here. We're going to be taking out this part of it because this part is a little bit tough and we're only going to be grilling it for a little while. So the fat content of here won't be breaking down fast enough. So we're going to remove this part of it, and we're also going to be removing the silver lining of the lamb. We're going to wash it up and we're going to season that part of it. So you want to put the knife underneath the skin and hold back this silver piece, because this piece is very tough. So you want to remove this part of it. After you get rid of this, then the meat is going to be very soft. And we're exposing some of the flesh more and more, because when we put the seasoning onto it, it's going to stick on a lot more. So we want to remove as much of the silver lining as possible. Alright, so we have the first one complete. You can take out some more, but as you can see, there's not a lot of meat on the lamb, so I don't want to break it down too much. So I'm going to remove the others, then I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to add the jerk marinade. I'll be using the regular jerk marinade. Alright, so now that we have the lamb rack clean up, we're just going to go ahead and rinse this off. Just to remove some of the excess blood. So we're going to rinse this off, and then we're going to add the jerk seasoning. Alright guys, so this is about 3 pounds of lamb rack, and we're going to be using the Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. We're going to be using at least 1 cup of jerk seasoning. And then don't worry, this jerk seasoning, it contains all of the seasoning, all of the salt that we need, that we're going to be needing for this recipe. So we're going to incorporate the jerk seasoning onto the lamb, and we're going to let this sit for about half an hour. And the reason why we're letting it sit is because we want it to absorb all of that flavor. So we're going to marinate this for half an hour. Then I'm going to be mixing some flour and some water. And then while I use the flour and the water too, I'm going to dip the lamb in the flour and the water. Then I'm going to be dipping it into the breadcrumbs. I have some breadcrumbs, and it's flavored breadcrumbs. Now the breadcrumbs, it contains some jerk seasoning, the dry rub. So we have the wet one, and we're going to be adding in into the wet one. You know what, let's skip the flour and just go straight ahead and add it to the breadcrumbs, because this is wet enough and this will stick the breadcrumbs to the meat. So that's what we're going to be doing. Alright guys, so we have the breadcrumbs, and this breadcrumbs, it contains like thyme, scallion. So now we're going to be adding some jerk seasoning, and this is the powdered jerk seasoning. Alright, so we're going to be holding the bone section of it, and we're going to be plastering the powdered jerk seasoning on it with breadcrumbs. Let me repeat the process again. Remember, breadcrumbs, you know what, I'm just gonna add it to the bones at this point because it doesn't matter. You want to press in as much as you can. So we have the jerk seasoning and we have the breadcrumbs. You can see how flavorful that looks already. You can see this is loads and loads of flavoring. So this is what we're going to be using. So I'm going to finish making these, and then I'm going to place them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes so that the breadcrumbs can stick a little bit more. Alright, so this is what the seasoned lamb look like. We're going to put this in the cooler so that it cools down, and then we're going to sear this in a frying pan. No, let's use the grill. We're going to be searing this on the grill with some olive oil, and then we're going to put it on the grill with the smoke. So we're searing it first so that the seasoning can be stuck onto the lamb more before we put it onto the smoke grill. So the last one is seared. I'm going to take this off the fire so I can put it on the grill. Alright foodies, so we'll drop on the lamb presentation side down. So we're dropping them on the grill. And we're going to cook them on both sides for 8 minutes. Alright, that's how the thing looks. So we have a lamb them on the grill. Alright, we have a lamb them on the grill. After 8 minutes, we're going to turn them over. So we're turning them over. We're cooking them 8 minutes on one side, 8 minutes on the next side. And this should be good enough. Some persons like to have a little pink in their lamb. I like to have my lamb medium well. Some persons like to have it well done. Whatever way you choose, the longer you cook it, is the more done it's going to be. So you can cook them at least 8 minutes on one side. And even if you cut each chop so you see that there's a little blood in it, you can always put it back on the grill. So no fuss. I've already turned these over, so I'm going to cut a few of it and let you see what it looks like. Alright foodies, so this is what the finished product looks like. We'll have the jerk lamb, we'll have some jerk sauce right there. I'll leave in the description how to make this with all of the recipes. I want you guys to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please guys, go ahead and share your support. Also remember to like, share the video. Let me know when you're ready.